It was meant to be a night of laughs, but for Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, it turned into a televised nightmare. During a recent episode of Saturday Night Live, Colin Jost, known for his sharp wit and unapologetic satire, veered off script in what many viewers have since dubbed the most brutal celebrity takedown of the year. Jost, visibly irate, didn't mince words as he took direct aim at the royal exiles, accusing them of hypocrisy, performative victimhood, and exploiting the royal brand while bashing the very institution that gave them relevance. The studio audience roared. The Sussexes, however, were anything but amused. According to credible sources close to NBC, Meghan and Harry, who had apparently been tipped off about a minor joke, were blindsided by the unscripted monologue. "We thought it would be lighthearted," a source close to the couple allegedly confided. But Colin went scorched earth. Jost labeled their Netflix content royal cosplay, questioned the authenticity of their privacy crusade, and even mocked Harry's memoir Spare as an 800-page journal entry that reads like a tantrum in hardcover. What made the moment particularly damning was that this wasn't gossip. It was live, raw, and real, broadcast straight into millions of homes with no PR filter to shield Meghan from criticism. For once, the Sussexes weren't controlling the narrative. And it stung. Colin Jost, normally reserved in tone compared to other SNL anchors, seemed personally provoked. They wanted privacy, so they moved to Hollywood, signed with Spotify, Netflix, and then aired out their family on prime time. "That's not seeking peace. That's a PR tour," he quipped before delivering the knockout line. Meghan says the royal family was stifling. So she left to go live in a mansion, launch a podcast, and lecture us about oppression from a velvet couch. Audience reactions were immediate. The crowd erupted in a mix of laughter and gasps as Jost tore into the carefully curated image Meghan and Harry have spent years manufacturing. Viewers online exploded with support, many praising the SNL host for saying what many believe but are too afraid to vocalize in today's polarized climate. Within hours, hashtags like Meghan Exposed and Colin Jost Truthbomb trended on X, formerly Twitter, as clips of the monologue circulated with millions of views. The Sussexes' camp was quick to respond, but their carefully worded statement only fueled the fire. A representative claimed the couple was disheartened by the tone and emphasized their work in mental health advocacy and global humanitarian causes. But critics weren't buying it. "They can't take the heat," one viewer wrote. "They dish out documentaries, books, and tell-alls but cry foul the moment someone calls them out." The public has grown increasingly weary of the Sussex narrative. Meghan Markle, in particular, has come under fire for her self-aggrandizing tone and contradictory statements. While presenting herself as a victim of media intrusion, she has maintained an aggressive public relations schedule, appearing in glossy interviews and launching business ventures that keep her firmly in the spotlight. Jost's monologue merely echoed what many have long suspected, that the Duchess has mastered the art of playing both martyr and mogul. Harry, too, wasn't spared. Jost noted, "You walked away from duty, spilled all the secrets, and then wanted to be seen as noble. That's not bravery, that's branding." The biting commentary underscored a growing sentiment in American media, that Prince Harry has lost the respect he once commanded, dragged down by a narrative that now feels more opportunistic than courageous. Behind the scenes, sources at SNL reportedly confirmed there was tension leading up to the show. Executives were nervous, fearing backlash from Hollywood elites aligned with the Sussexes. But Jost pushed back. He felt it needed to be said one crew member. The hypocrisy was just too glaring. And when the cameras rolled, he didn't hold back. As the fallout continues, it's clear that Meghan and Harry's armor is beginning to crack. The days of unchallenged headlines and glowing Oprah specials may be over. In their place is a growing skepticism fueled not by tabloid sensationalism, but by voices like Jost's who are willing to challenge the polished facade. In a cultural moment where authenticity matters more than optics, Saturday Night Live became an unlikely venue for accountability. And whether Meghan likes it or not, Colin Jost just ripped the curtain wide open. Because when satire speaks truth, not even a duchess is safe. And whether Meghan likes it or not, Colin Jost just ripped the curtain wide open. Because when satire speaks truth, not even a duchess is safe. What followed in the days after the broadcast only deepened the blow. Meghan and Harry's allies in the entertainment world remained noticeably silent. No A-list defenses. No solidarity posts. Even celebrities who once hailed Meghan as a modern feminist icon avoided the topic entirely. Industry insiders quietly admitted that many in Hollywood are growing fatigued with the Sussex saga, a story that once felt rebellious now feels repetitive, entitled, and overly rehearsed. Meanwhile, late-night hosts and political commentators began referencing Jost's monologue in their own segments, amplifying his message. For many, this marked a turning point, a moment where the Sussexes were no longer viewed through the lens of victimhood, but through one of accountability. It wasn't the British press tearing into Meghan this time. It was her own adopted country, its comedians, commentators, and the very public she had hoped to win over. Even more damning, viewership for the episode soared, with NBC confirming it had one of the highest streaming numbers for an SNL weekend all season. The message was clear: people are paying attention and they're no longer buying the fairy tale. Meghan and Harry may have exited the palace, but in the court of public opinion, their crown is slipping fast.